Hello guys, good morning. Hope you enjoyed the previous tutorial. Today we are going to see about action class. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like my video, please like. So today we are going to see about action class in Selenium. What is meant by action class? This is one of the Selenium library which Selenium has provided to achieve mouse action and keyboard actions from the computer. Means traditionally if you use a computer, you use your mouse to move around the cursor and use the keyboard to use Control Alt or type in a text. So these kind of actions can be achieved in Selenium using an action class. So now we will be going to see what are the actions which we can perform using mouse using a Selenium. So, so what are the mouse actions usually we perform? One is double click, means like if you want to click double click an element button in order that to work, so you can use a double click action using an action class in Selenium. And you can also perform click action, which we have seen in Selenium library itself. You can also perform click action using action class. And the third one is click and hold. So what it performs, long click on the mouse without releasing it. Just we used to hold the particular element using a mouse click, right? That it can be achieved through click and hold. Drag and drop means if you want to drag a particular image or some Dropbox values from one place to other, you can use the drag and drop method. We'll see all this with an example, so please be focused. So the fourth one is move to element. It says the mouse cursor to move to a particular element. That means it will be in the selected stage. And the fifth one is context click. Means right click on the mouse. For example, if you go to a page and just click on right, what will happen? It shows the draft. Do you want to refresh? Do you want to restart? Do you want to save? Copy all these things. So this action can be performed using a context click. So now let's see what are the keyboard actions available for us. One is send keys, which we have already seen in Selenium commands. Means what it will input into a text box. So with this, with the action class, we will be adding a key up and key down. So what will happen is key up means performs key release. For example, some actions we used to perform using keyboard, right? Control Alt Delete in order to log in. Control A in order to select. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. So in these places you need to press both the keys at the same time, which cannot be achieved using direct send keys. So the action class comes into it. Means action class will do Control plus A, and once the action is done, you can go for key up, perform key release. So when you're doing an action, you have to use key down, means perform the key press without release. For example, Control should be pressed when you are clicking on V. Control plus V. Control should be pressed and you have to click on V. What will happen? It will paste. Once the action is done, you have to click on key up. Okay, let's go for a practical example. So here I have segregated individual events like click event. Here I am going to show you how click works, double click works, right click works, drag and drop, keyboard actions. Apart from that, I will show you how submenu selection can be achieved using this. So the first one is just a click. So these things already we have seen. I'm trying to launch a HTML page which I have designed. So it will have a button. It will have a button. So I just need to click on the button using an action class. So I initialize this. So this is my button. So action, new action driver. So this is the syntax for an action class. If you see here, you can see this this is imported from OpenQA interaction actions. So the command is action, action. So this is the syntax to initialize action. Let me show you in a big screen. Okay, so this is the syntax. Okay. So second, what we are going to do, we need to do a click action. So before that, what you have to do, we have to go to that element. So already I showed you, we have something called move to element. Shift the mouse pointer to the center of this element. So move to element. Then I pass this element value, which is nothing but the button. Click dot perform. Okay. So what we'll do, this should perform. Okay. Okay, fine. Before that, I'll show you how this page looks. So here you go, guys. You have a function, right? Click me. What will happen is once I click on this one, this hello world will come up. Okay. The same we are going to see with this action class click functionality. Okay. So let's run this function. If you have any question, please feel free to add a comment. I'll do my best to reply. It has been clicked and hello world is enabled. Hope you understood how click action works using action class. Okay. Now let's see double click action. So double click action also will be similar. So here I have created a button with the double click action. So what happens is like there won't be any action if you just click it. See? So I just click, nothing has happened. Only if you double click, this works. Okay. So the syntax remains the same. You need to initialize the action class. Action dot double click. You need to pass the element dot perform. As simple as that. So double click event is straightforward. I will run this and show you how it works. Double click action is about to perform. Right up, and you can see hello world has been displayed. Okay. So hope you people understood the double click action. The third one which you are going to see is context click. Context click means like this. So if I click on right click, this option came, right? So similarly, this action, how we perform using an action class. So this is also similar to a double click action. You just need to action dot context click, pass the element and perform the action. I'll show you how our it looks like. So this is how it looks. If I click on outside general context, you click here, alert box will come. So this is what I have designed this HTML page. So I wanted to right click here. So using a Selenium context click, right, this pop-up will come. Okay, let's see how it works. If you have not gone through this, how to launch Selenium, all these things, please go through the previous tutorials. Here you go, guys. The page is open and context click has happened. So that's why you got pop-up box. Context click on this rectangular box has happened. Okay, I can show you here. Like, see here, this is belongs to this path. So hope you understood double click. click and context click action and also the move to element action. Now we will see about drag and drop. How to drag element from one place and drop it in another place. So in this drag and drop, I will also cover a frame action because the example which I am going to show, the particular element is inside a iframe. It's not inside the page. So I will also explain about iframe little bit when I explain this drag and drop. Okay. So from this name itself, it says like drag and drop. Means like you will be dragging some element from some page and you will be dropping it in some other place. So this is the example I have taken. So the Selenium code will drag this and move this into the trash field. Okay. So let's see what exactly it does. So if you see here, if I directly write the XPath for this guy, it's like if I try to invoke this XPath, it will say no such element exception. Even though if you inspect, you can see, I'll show it in Google Chrome so that I can show you it's a correct XPath. Click on F12, Control F, Control P. Sorry, video. Okay, you're able to see, right? It's inside this DOM. So if I run directly using an XPath, it will fail. It will say no such element exception. Why? I can show you if you go above this element, this is coming under a separate iframe. So if you go for driver dot element, find element dot XPath of this XPath, it will fail. Before that, you need to switch the driver to this particular iframe. That's what we're going to do now. So how do you switch to the iframe? So in order to switch to a iframe, so there are three ways. One is by frame index, second is by frame ID, and third one is by web element. So here I will show you how to go by frame index. So but the difficult part here is, here there is no option to find which index it belongs to. If I go and search for frame, you can see almost 20 iframes are there in this page. So how do I identify the exact frame? To achieve this, what we can do is driver.find with tag name dot size, means like how many iframes are there in this page that will be counted in the size. And now I will start a for loop. Okay, so every time it will switch to the frame 0, 1 up to 20th frame. In our case, so what I am trying to do is I'm trying to find this element under which frame it's available. So the total will have, if total returns 1, that means that's my frame index. That is my frame. So I just copied it here. So then what I have to do, so just an example, so you can ignore this. Then what I have to do, I need to switch to the particular frame index. So the next step is that we come to our action. So what is our action? First, you copy this. So this is a frame element. What we do is, this is my frame element. That means the page, this is my from element. And this is the two path. You see here, you can see ID trash. It's a two path, two element. I just written the explicit wait. We'll discuss about it. Explicit wait means this wait will be statement will be waiting up to it finds the from element. It will wait for 6 seconds. After that only it will throw no such element exception. In case in the 6 seconds it's not able to find the from element. Okay. And the second one is to element that I already found showed you people in the Google Chrome. Now drag and drop method is simple. Like just action, drag and drop from a to element, just drop. So hope you people understood the first logic, which is iframe. So if you are trying to achieve using this iframe, it's going to fail. So, so you need to go to the particular iframe to achieve this. Okay. Okay. Let's run. Now you have seen it has dragged this element and dropped it inside the trash box. And you can see the total proper iframes are 8. In that, our iframe index is 1. So we have covered about the drag and drop, double click, move to element, context. Click and hold is also covered in drag and drop. So it's a similar behavior. If you want, you can try click and hold for the same element which I have shown you. Now let's see about keyboard actions. So in the keyboard action, what I'm trying to do, you see, action, new action, move to element, keys down, shift with pressing the shift key, it will enter this value. So what will happen? I can show you here. See, normal typing. So now I press shift. What happened? It types in caps. Okay, that's what's going to happen here. This type in caps or this key is down. Means like it will keep on pressing the shift key when it is trying to type in caps. So build dot perform. So what we are expecting here, it will print type in cap in capital letter. Okay, so this is the first action which we have seen, right? Send keys key down. Now the second one is in the email field, it will go to email field. Now control D. We didn't copy anything. So what will happen? Whatever in the clipboard will be copied. Example, it will be here, right? Right. Type email. Control C means it's in the clipboard. So what will happen? When it runs, it will should paste email in the this text box. So people understood first what is trying. Key press. Actually, you should use action called key. After this action, this is mandatory, or else it will be keep on pressing the this action will be keep on happening. Okay, so this is good if you do that. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, so let me share all the pages are closed. You can see type in caps has happened and now it's type shift instead of email because you can see just now I copy pasted a shift from there to here to release this. So the latest copied element has been pasted to, I'm sorry, to email field. So hope you people understood the keyboard action as well. Let's see one more example of action class. So it will be pretty interesting. You'll be seeing this in many occasions. It's like you need to mouse over some place and you need to select a particular place, not click. Just hover the mouse over here and selected a page. So that's what we are achieving here. So if you see here, the first element is this one. On top of this move to element, I am not clicking. I'm just hovering over it. Then I will click. So I can show you this. Then I click that element. Inside that, I am trying to click sample page test. It will hover over test as well. It will click on sample page test. And this way it will make sure it will wait up to element only available in the screen. Okay, let's run. So I click mouse over test as hub and click on sample page test. So that is all about today's tutorial. So hope you people have enjoyed it and understood about how you can achieve using action classes. Hopefully it will be helpful in many of the places, most of the places like where your traditional Selenium commands are working out. You can feel free to use the. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Please subscribe.